Everybody, this is Charlie with HotTipsCentral.com, and today Apple released their new, I guess they had their new event for education, and they released their new iBooks 2 and iBooks Author. Now, iBooks Author allows people to very quickly and very professionally, at least looking anyway, create interactive textbooks for their iPad. And the greatest part about this is that it's going to create inexpensive textbooks for people. So schools who are paying a lot of money for textbooks, from like in high schools, for instance, or potentially even college students in the future, can really benefit from this huge. And here is kind of their little graphic that we have. This is our article on the website. You can go check out. And we're going to have a written guide on how to do this, but I'm making a video because, well, let me show you. If you go to the Mac App Store and you're running Snow Leopard and you don't have Lion, that's going to be a problem when you go to download iBooks Author, because for whatever reason, Apple's decided not to support Snow Leopard with iBooks Author. And this is odd to me because it works fine on Snow Leopard. And today we're going to show you how to install it anyway, even if you aren't on Lion, and show you that it does work fine. So I guess let's get started. You'll see that when you go to click install and you have Snow Leopard, it'll warn you that you need 10.7 or later. And I am on Snow Leopard. If I go to About This Mac, you'll see it's 10.6.8, which is not, of course, 10.7. So we're going to go ahead and fix this up so that we can do it. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our Finder, go to Macintosh HD, and if you can keep up with me here, you're going to go to System, then Library, and you're going to find a folder called Core Services. Go ahead and open Core Services, and there's a bunch of stuff in here, but the file that you're looking for inside Core Services is systemversion.plist. That's right there. Let's go ahead and right click on that, or control click, or secondary click, whatever you want to call it, and click copy. And we're going to, on our desktop or something, you can really do this anywhere. I'm going to hit paste. Excuse my voice, I'm a little bit ill today. And go ahead and double click on System Version plist on your desktop. If you haven't installed Text Wrangler, then you'll have that in Text Edit. So mine looks a little different than yours might look. That's okay, it's all the same. And you're going to see two things here. You see Product User Visible Version. This is the version that you see yourself having. And this is Product Version. And this is the version that you really have, at least as far as the Mac App Store is concerned later on. So we're going to go ahead and make changes to this. And when you go to change it, it may warn you that you're making changes to a file that isn't writable, so you might have to tell it to be writable. That's really easy to do. But essentially, you're going to change the product version number to 10.7.2. And this is the latest version of Lion, at least as far as this video, or at the time of this video. And this is going to basically trick the Mac App Store into thinking that you have Lion, and it's going to allow you to download iBooks Author. So go ahead and save this, and that's saved. Good. Now we're going to take this plist version, and we're going to go back into the Core Services folder and replace the version that's here with the version we just created. So we'll go ahead and just drag it in there. You're going to need to authenticate your computer. You're going to need to type in your password in order to make this work. So that's really easy. Just go ahead and do that. And you're all set. So now your computer, at least is the Mac App Store anyway, is going to think that you're running 10.7.2. So let's open up the Mac and we'll visit the iBooks Author graphic here. And we'll click Install, and it's like, hey, give me your information. And I'm like, okay, here you go. So we'll sign in, and it will just zoom itself down to my dock and begin installing. So here you go. iBooks Author is now downloading, and I'm still on Snow Leopard. See? And this is going to take a while to download. It's a relatively large file, so when this finishes, I'll go ahead and get the video going again, but we're going to skip ahead until it's done because it does take a while for this to download, so we'll be right back. Okay, and we're all said and done. The app is now downloaded. You'll see there's a little circle with a line over it. Don't open this yet. Don't click it. Don't open it yet. There's two things we need to do before you can do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back into the Core Services folder, which is back in Macintosh HD, System, Library, and Core Services. Find that version plist file one more time. System version plist. Go ahead and open it. You don't need to copy it necessarily. You can open it right from here. And then go back to product version and change it back to what you have. Now you may have 10.6.8. You may have a different version of Snow Leopard, but make sure you at least have 10.6. But you need to have at least the Mac App Store, so obviously. So I guess as long as you have the Mac App Store, you know you're good. So there you go. Go ahead and hit save, and you'll need to authenticate because of the folder that it's in. So go ahead and enter your password, and it's good to go. Okay. Last thing you need to do is we need to change the version, I guess, allowance, the minimum version requirement for iBooks. We need to change that now that we have the app. We can control it. So we're going to go into the Applications folder and find iBooks Author, which is right here. Go ahead and right-click on that, or control-click, or secondary click, anything you want to call it, and click Show Package Contents. That's going to open up a new folder right here. And go ahead and double click that, and you're going to find info.plist. Go ahead and double click that. Again, it'll load in text edit unless you have Text Wrangler like I do, and then it'll probably load in this, but even if it looks different, it's still good. Okay. So the line you're looking for is right here. It's about 3/4 of the way down in the scroll bar. You can kind of see where my scroll bar is. It's this big code right here that says minimum system version, and there's a requirement right here, 10.7.2, and we're going to change that 10.6.8 because that's what I really have. If you have 10.6.7 or something, then that's cool too, but we're going to change it to be 10.6.8. Okay, and go ahead and save that. You can do that with the file menu by clicking save, or just by clicking Command S, or I guess hitting Command S with your fingers. But anyway, that's it. We're done. So what we did is we changed iBooks' minimum system version requirement to 10.6.8. We fooled the App Store into thinking we were on Lion, and now we've got this core services. Now we've got that system plist back the way it used to be. So everything as far as our computer goes is exactly the same as it was. With that having been done, we're going to go ahead and open up iBooks Author. And it'll still have this little circle thing, but it's fully running and fully operational. It doesn't look like it's on, like nothing opened. But if you go to File and close, like say New from Template Chooser, it'll actually open up a template chooser for you, and you can be like, I want to make a textbook. Let's try this one. And here you have the rich interface that Apple has given us for creating textbooks. Fantastic, and it's running all on Snow Leopard, and it runs wonderfully. So go ahead and check that out if you want. If you need any more tutorials, or you need to know anything else really, go ahead and give us a shot at hottipcentral.com. Forgot my own URL for a second there. And visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/hottip, HOTTIP.